Shalom. First and foremost, before I get started, I'd like to give all praise, honor, and glory to where it is due to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahushai, Bahashem, Chakodash, and double honors to the apostles and the elders of Great Millstone who were well and who taught us truth. Today's lesson we're really going to go into how, we're in 2025 already, and, as we've seen over these past 2 days, it's ramping up already. We're already seeing judgment brewing forth and coming forth from the Lord Yahweh Shai. And when you get that understanding, you understand that judgment comes from the Lord Yahweh Shai. Death comes from the Lord. Life comes from the Lord. Everything has already been ordained and preordained and predestined, predetermined from the Lord Yahweh Shai. And as we get closer and closer to the end of this society, the end of this wicked kingdom, judgment and more judgment is going to continue to come forth and happen. Because this is Second Ezra 16 and verse. Let's start at verse 37. Behold, the plagues draw nigh and are not slack. So the plagues are drawing nigh. Real quick, we're gonna go jump over to Second Ezra 15, and we're gonna get that word slack. So definition of slack. And it reads, because what it says it shall not slack. When you jump down, number 2, it says a spell of inactivity or laziness. So as we get closer to the end, man, the plagues are going to continue to draw nigh, and they're not going to be lazy. They're not going to pause. They're not going to be, inactive, breathing space, a let up, a breather. No, it's going to continue to get more and more ramped up, more and more intensified as we get closer to the end. So 2 Ezra 15 and verse 5, behold, say the Lord, I will bring plagues upon the world, the sword, famine, death, and destruction. So the Lord is bringing these plagues upon the world. Sword is a judgment. Famine, judgment. Death, judgment. Destruction, judgment. It says in verse 6, for wickedness hath exceedingly polluted the whole earth, and the hurtful works are fulfilled. So the Lord is bringing these things, and we're already seeing 2025. There's already been, terror attacks, cyber truck running into the what you call it, the Trump Tower where Trump was in Las Vegas, and there's a plethora of other things that have already happened, man. So, we all be getting these spams on here, so it's lucky for you see anything. You be getting these spams on Telegram, but I follow End Time Headlines on here, and they put forth news that has been breaking. So as you see, they said the body of the Cybertruck driver was severely burnt and unrecognizable. Now they're telling us New Orleans attacker acted alone and had no connection with the Cybertruck explosion in Vegas. Let's see. There's some other stuff that happened. So bear with me. Man arrested after driving erratically on sidewalk near U.S. Capitol just a day after terror attack in New Orleans. Feds fear people. So they're saying that a lot of these sleeper cells are beginning to wake up. Virginia man has just been arrested as agents discovered the largest cache of finished explosive devices in FBI history. So we're seeing things continue to ramp up, man. Seattle area teens tied 14-year-old victim to a tree before disemboweling him. So we're seeing these things continue to ramp up, man, and it's only 2 days in. Well, what's going to happen next? So it says again, for wickedness hath exceedingly polluted the whole earth, and their hurtful works are fulfilled. Their wickedness has reached as they say in the world, the tipping point, the boiling point, and the Lord is fed up with this, man. Verse 7, therefore said the Lord, I will hold my tongue no more as touching their wickedness, which they profanely commit, neither will I suffer them in those things in which they wickedly exercise themselves. Behold, the innocent righteous blood crieth unto me, and the souls of the just complain continually. So the Lord is not going to hold his tongue anymore. He's buried it. He's he's been long suffering, but that's coming to an end. The Lord is beginning to bring judgment and plagues and destruction and mayhem and misery upon this world because of the wickedness and the ungodliness. Their pridefulness, as it says, if it'll go over in 2 Ezra 8 and verse 50, and it reads, for many great miseries shall be done to them that in the latter times shall dwell in the world. Why, Lord? Why? Because they have walked in great pride. So this is a very prideful place, a very prideful people, and the Lord is beginning to bring many great miseries upon these people, upon these wicked, prideful people. Lord is done playing, man. We're reaching the climax of this movie. So this 2 Ezra 16. Back in 2 Ezra 16 and verse 37, behold, the plagues draw nigh and are not slack. They're not lazy. They're not going to be inactive. They're not going to pause. They're not going to slow up. No, they're going to continue to ramp up and increase and intensify as we get closer to the end. Verse 38. As when a woman with child in the 9th month bringeth forth her son, with 2 or 3 hours of her birth, great pains compass her womb, which pains, when the child cometh forth, they slack not a moment. So when a woman is having a child, those pains don't let up. They don't slack. They don't slow up. They continue to intensify and increase as the baby gets closer to being born. And it's the same thing with the end. As we get closer to the end, as we get closer to the end of this wicked society, the end of this wicked rulership, the pains and the birthing pains and the judgments and the plagues and the miseries are going to continue to intensify until that baby, until the kingdom is finally here, until Yahweh finally returns. Again, they slack not a moment. So we can look and see that the Lord is going to continue to ramp things up in 2025, and we're already seeing it, man. What's next? It's only day 2. What are we going to see tomorrow? What are we going to see the day after? It's 2025, the hopeful year of deliverance and Esau's destruction and judgment. We're seeing that, man, and it's happening before our very eyes. The plagues happening, the judgments are happening, and this is only the beginning. It's going to get worse. Trump is not going to make America great again. Trump is not going to bring America back forth to the nation it once was. Those days are over. This is the new normal. Destruction, mayhem, killings, judgment. That's the new normal. And it's only going to get worse. Because when you read up in 2 Ezra 16, in verse 18, it says, the beginning of sorrows and great mournings, the beginning of famine and great death, the beginning of wars, and the power shall stand in fear, the beginning of evils. What shall I do when these evils shall come? So this is only the beginning, man. This is only the beginning. It's only going to get worse. 2 Ezra 16, jumping back down to verse 38, 39. It says, even so shall not the plagues, we'll get verse 38 again. As when a woman with child in the 9th month bringeth forth her son, with 2 or 3 hours of her birth, great pains compass her womb, which pains, when the child cometh forth, they slack not a moment. Slack you. 39. Even so shall not the plagues be slack to come upon the earth. They're not going to be lazy. You got the plague, you got the famine coming. And the famine tells the Lord, yeah, Lord, I know you told me to increase and to ramp up, but I'm thinking that I'm not going to increase. I'm thinking I'm not going to, do what you said. No, it's going to, everything and the judgments, the plagues, everything is going to obey the words of the Lord Yahweh Shem Yahshai in its perfect order, and it's going to happen. It says, even so shall not the plagues be slack to come upon the earth, and the world shall mourn, and sorrow shall come upon it on every side, north, east, south, west. Everywhere you look is going to be judgment, man. It says in Psalm 104, I believe, It says, 1,000 shall fall at thy side and 10,000 at thy right hand, but it shall not come nigh thee. So it's gonna be a lot of death, man. And the Lord has already ordained it. I did a lesson the other day going into that. A lot of death is coming, and the Lord has already ordained it. It's already been preordained. It's already been destined. Who's going to die? Who's going to live? Who's going to survive? Who's going to perish? What kind of judgment this said person is going to go through? It's already been written, man. Sorrows are going to come upon this place, this people, for the wickedness on every side, man. And there's not going to be no escape. It says, I believe it says that the Lord shall leave you in them. Um, I think it's in second of 16 as well. Second of 16, I believe it's 16. It might be down a little bit more. Slightly, bear with me. I'm trying to look for this. Let me just I'll just look it up real quick. I believe it's in the Apocrypha though. Apocrypha. If I find it, I'll just put it in there in the comment section. See if I can find it like this. Mm-mm. If I find it, I'll put it in the comment section. Lord willing. But yeah, man, the plagues are coming. So this is Habakkuk 2 and verse 3. It says, for the vision is yet for an appointed time, but at the end it shall speak and not lie. And we believe that this is that appointed time that the vision is happening, that the vision that the Lord, that the prophets have been speaking about and prophesying about, the prophets of old that was revealed unto them by the Lord Yahweh Shem Yahshai. We believe that this is at a point in time to when all these things are going to come to pass. You know, the signs that Yahweh Shai told his disciples in Matthew the 24th chapter, what shall be the sign of thy coming and of the end of the world? We believe that this is that time, man. We believe that this is the end of the world, the end of this age, the end of this rulership. It says, for the vision is yet for an appointed time, but at the end it shall speak and not lie. Though it tarry, wait for it, because it will surely come. It will not tarry. It's not going to tarry. Now, when you get that word tarry, which is really a synonym to slack, get that word tarry. It says to stay longer than intended, to delay leaving a place, to linger, to pause, to delay. So again, it's not going to slack. It shall surely come. It will not slack. It will not tarry. The end is not going to pause. It's not going to delay. It's not going to wait. Well, let me give them 3 more years. The Lord said, okay, I'm going to give them 2 more years. And then there's plagues in the end is like, oh, yeah, well, I'm going to give them 3. No. Everything is going to happen in its perfect order according to the plan of the Lord Yahweh Shem Yahshai. But what is the opposite of tarry? To hurry, to rush. So again, it will surely come. It will not tarry. So if it's not going to tarry, it's going to what? It's going to hurry. It's going to rush. It's going to escalate. It's going to intensify. It's going to increase. It's going to be more rapid. This is what we're seeing, man. And this is happening before our very eyes. If you tell somebody what happened from 20, if you tell somebody back in 2017 that if you explain to them what happened from 2019, the end of 2019 to 2024, they'd look at you like you're crazy. They would look at you like you're a conspiracy theorist, man. And a lot of things have been happening just over these past 4 or 5 years, and it's increased. 2018 is a different place than 2019. 2019 is a different place than 2020, and so on and so forth. So, what is 2025 going to bring? Only the Lord knows, man. And we have been given the signs to know what is about to take place as we get closer to the end. And we believe that this is that time. And it's going to rush. So, Lord willing, this lesson was edifying to the spirit, to the body, to the fold. And before we end it off, I'd like to give all praise, honor, and glory to our due to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahushai, Bahashem, Chakwadash, and double honors as always to the apostles and the elders of Great Millstone. Until next time, Shalom.